Hello Internet, Alvarez here, and today I wanted to show you my Mega Man game collection on both Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS. Unfortunately, I really don't have that much to show other than the boxes themselves, but there are a few surprises at the end, so stick with me. For those of you who don't know, this is Mega Man Star Force, in Japan known as Ryusei no Rockman, a Mega Man shooting star. I think this stands for Ryusei's shooting star and Rockman. Of course, at the time Capcom was doing the thing where they were essentially publishing the same game in multiple versions. For example, there were 3 different versions of Mega Man Star Force 1 or Ryusei no Rockman 1. Ice Pegasus, Fire Leo, and what was this? Wood Dragon, I believe. Well, this is just called Dragon, but yeah, each one of the games basically comes with a different transformation for Mega Man. If you have never played these games, I kinda feel sorry for you because these are really good. Though to be fair, I only played the first one of I only played this one, and if I recall correctly, I played the Leo version because in America, GameStop did the GameStop thing where they made the Dragon version exclusive for GameStop. I'm not a big fan of those things because it essentially limits what you can purchase. Some people just don't have access to a GameStop, so but you know, that's business, so there isn't really much we can do about that. So anyways, yeah, this is Mega Man Star Force 1. I obviously bloody hell, what is this thing made of? There you go. I obviously still have the manuals and all the little things that come with them. Yeah. So let's move on. I may show you one of the manuals if I feel like it in a second, but yeah, let's move on to Mega Man Star Force 2. So essentially same concept. Berserker cross Ninja and Berserker cross Saurian. Mega Man Star Force 2 did essentially the same thing where you have a transformation, though in this one you get 2 transformations. I never actually played this game, at least not fully. One interesting thing is that in Japan it's called Berserker cross Ninja and Berserker cross Dinosaur, not Berserker cross Saurian and Berserker cross Ninja. I don't know why Capcom decided to rename them like that, but yeah, that's a common thing that happens on Capcom games, that they rename things because they can. Let's take a look at one of the manuals, shall we? Let's see what we have here. This is Mega Man Berserker cross Saurian. Yeah, one thing I actually like a lot is how colorful these manuals all are. Usually manuals on home consoles are black and white in America, and they are color in Japanese, but these ones for DS are all in color and they are all very colorful. And yeah, here they explain which transformations you can get and how you can, well, I don't think they explain how you can get them, but yeah, let's move on, shall we? Then we have Mega Man Star Force Red Joker, Star Force 3 Red Joker and Black Ace. Again, in Japan, curiously, it's actually called exactly the same. Well, these are mixed up, but yeah, Black Ace, Red Joker. Again, how does Capcom decide what to change and what not to change is way beyond me. One little thing I've been forgetting to mention. I don't know if this is a Japan thing or a Capcom Japan thing, but all Capcom games have this little thing on the sides or in the center. For example, let's look at Mega Man Star Force 2. No, this is Japanese. Oh, sorry, this is American. Where is the Japanese version? Right here. It's right here. You can see this little thing. So this one says, Brother Action RPG. So they basically explain what kind of game it is, but they usually make little puns. It's like, for example, these games had the Brother Band system. quests where you essentially make friends that also have the game, and that boosts your Mega Man's power. So this is a brother action RPG because it uses the brother band system in other games. I'll show you in a second. For example, this one. Like, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this, Mega Man ZX. This is just action. It's not jumping, shooting action or anything like that. This is just action. Yeah, this is Mega Man ZX for the Nintendo DS. I believe this is the very first Mega Man game that came on DS, unless you count Mega Man Battle Network Double Team DS. And again, I'm mixing them up. Interestingly, in English, it's called Double Team DS. In Japanese, it's called Mega Man Battle Rockman XF5 DS Twin Leaders, and this is a what does it say here? I can't read. Yeah, it says Data Action RPG. Okay, it's not just a JRPG. This is Data Action RPG. This is essentially Mega Man Battle Network 5, both versions, Team Proto Man and Team Colonel of the game, in a single game, and you can play either of them. What else is in here? And I believe this came before Mega Man ZX, but I don't remember. We can actually check right now. Give me a second. Well, they both came out the same year, so I'm not sure which one came first, and I am not gonna go to Wikipedia to look for it. But yeah, let's move on. Next came up Mega Man ZX Advent. This is essentially Mega Man ZX2, though this happens, I believe, 400 years after the first game. Was it 50 or 40 years? Happens after the first game. Like many years after the first game. This is just action. And again, curiously, this is called Rockman ZX Advent. It is not. They decided to not change the game. Again, I don't know how Capcom decides what to change and what not, but yeah, and they also changed the back covers a lot. That's something I've noticed. Why, it's beyond me. But yeah, so that's almost all of it, but there is a bit more. Because in those same lines, we have Mega Man Zero Collection, and again, Rockman Zero Collection, same name, and this is called this is 2D action type of game. You may notice here it says new best price. This is essentially a refurbishing of the original. I don't have the original was sold something like this. It didn't have this little brand here. Unfortunately, I don't have an original version in Japanese. I don't think I've ever seen one. By the time I noticed the existence of this, it was already being rebranded, so there's no way for me to catch up on that. I wish I had the original too, but yeah, it is what it is. And again, they changed the back cover a little bit. They kinda reused some of this stuff in some ways, but yeah, it's beyond me. One interesting fact about this is that in the original manuals in English, at least I remember Mega Man Zero 2, they used to say that Zero doesn't have moves, he has cool moves. But in this one, I believe they fixed that and he just has plain old boring everyday normal life moves. He doesn't have cool moves, which really sucks because Zero has cool moves and he should have stayed like that. Anyways, there's one more thing, so wait here, don't go away because there's always more with me. Just give me a second. Because some of you may not be aware of this game. This is Rockman X Operate Shooting Star. You may notice that there is Ryusei no Rockman back here, and there is Lan and there is Mega Man. This game came out exclusively in Japan, and for what I've heard, or for what I've seen, you can play as either Ryusei or Exe, either of them or both, or you can switch between one of them and whatnot. I have not been able to play this because again it's all Japanese and my Japanese is very limited. But yeah, this is a very interesting experiment. I don't know why this game did not come out outside of Japan, but I wish it did because I'm very curious about the gameplay. Also, you might have noticed I don't have any of the cards here, and that's because I have them all here. I have this little Nintendo DS. Oh my goodness, what are these things made of? The Nintendo DS card holders, where I keep all of my games. I don't know why I do this. I just do. Yeah. Now, stick with me because there is a bit more. Just 1 second. Because of course there was actually one Mega Man game on 3DS, which is Mega Man Legacy Collection, which in Japan is called Mega Man Classics Collection. How does Capcom decide what to change and what not is beyond me. But yeah, you can see that I have not opened these ones. I have essentially no reason to do. Again, they changed the backs. The Japanese version decided that it's more interesting to just have the box art instead of actual gameplay. The American version decided that gameplay is more important than box art. Why? I don't know, but there's something even more interesting about these two versions. Because the American version came out with a special collector's edition that has a that thing that you're seeing there, an amiibo. There's actually a game inside here. I'm not even gonna bother, or am I? Might as well. So you have the amiibo, and you have the game, and you have these postcards that you can actually send to your friends. Do people still do this? Is this still a thing? I could show them to you. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do this, people. Let's open this up and oh, flip. So there you go. I don't know if they are sorted by game. I think they are. This is Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3. Oh yeah, this one looks awesome. Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5. I think this is supposed to go like this, and Mega Man 6. And yeah, you can mail these things to your friends if you want. I won't, because first of all, I don't have any friends, and second, I rather keep my little things. So yeah. Now. Wait a minute, because there is more. Because the Japanese version is also a special version that came with this thing, which is an extra sleeve that you use to, you know, cover the box itself. This is like essentially Mega Man 1 to celebrate Mega Man 1. The back, I believe, is exactly the same. Yeah, it just changes the front cover so that it looks more like, well, it looks exactly like Mega Man 1. So you're supposed to like replace this thing with this thing, and there you go. Of course, I haven't done that because I'm lazy as hell, and also I don't want to open this thing. I have no reason to. But there's still more, because this same thing came with this. They did not come like bundled together in an extra box that covers both of them. That's something that I've noticed happens in Japan very often. They just say, okay, if you want to buy the special edition that comes with something extra, we're just gonna mail you both things like this. And that's what you get. This thing, if I can open it, it's always a, there you go. Came with this little, what is this? This, if you can read this and you can tell me what it is, I will appreciate it. I personally don't know what it is, but yeah, it came with this, and also with this. Ooh, this is Dr. Light's diary, and yeah, it's a calendar to 2017. What's really interesting here is that you are supposed to use this as your own personal diary. I swear to you, yeah, like this is like 2016, yeah, this came out in 2016 apparently. March 10, blah blah blah. But if you keep just scrolling to the pages, you can notice that there are some notes here. I believe that this is intended to mean that Dr. Light wrote these things. Again, my Japanese is very limited. I don't know what it says. If you do, please let me know, because I've been mystified by this for a long time. I wish I knew what Dr. Light wrote here. And there, some of this have some different notes in here that, again, I don't know what they are, what they mean. Dr. Light's something. So yeah, if you know what it says here, if you can read Japanese, I can give you some screenshots of this and ask for translation. I will extremely appreciate that. I don't know how many there are there, but yeah, as you can see, if you just keep scrolling through this whole thing, which is really thick, you can find lots and lots of notes, and I really wish I knew what they say. Last but not least, I also have an additional Japanese copy of the game, because it came in the best price version. So this is essentially the same as this, except, well, this is best price. Again, once a game stops selling in Japan, if it did really well, they will usually do this thing where they rebrand it as a best price version, or some random name that makes it look, that tells the person who is looking at this thing, hey, look, this game was successful, you probably want to play it. So yeah, I think that's it. As always, if you appreciate me messing out my collection so that you can actually see it, please give me a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thank you very much, and I'll see you around.